Professor Teclon stood before the assembled xenobiology class at the Galactic University, his crystalline form refracting the lecture hall's lights into dancing rainbows. On the holographic display behind him, a rotating image of a human showed their forward-facing eyes, blunt teeth, and relatively weak jaw muscles. As you can clearly observe, Teclon proclaimed with absolute confidence, humans are textbook herbivores. Note the flat molars designed for grinding plant matter, the relatively long digestive tract, and the complete absence of natural weaponry. They lack claws, venomous glands, or even proper fangs. In the back row, Cadet Jake Morrison shifted uncomfortably in his specially designed human-sized chair. He'd been the only human exchange student at the university for 2 semesters, and he'd heard this lecture before from other species. It never got less irritating. Furthermore, Teclon continued, warming to his subject, their forward-facing eyes are an evolutionary anomaly, likely developed for depth perception while climbing trees to reach fruit. Predators, as we know, rely on raw strength and natural weapons. Humans possess neither. A Vrexian student raised one of her 6 tentacles. But Professor, what about their presence on the Galactic Council's security force? They have a reputation for propaganda and exaggeration, Teclon interrupted dismissively. Humans are physically weak, emotionally unstable, and clearly evolved as prey animals who learn to use tools. They eat plants, berries, and perhaps some insects. Nothing more. Jake had heard enough. He reached into his thermal lunch container and pulled out his meal, unwrapping it slowly. The smell hit the classroom immediately. Teclon's lecture faltered. What is that odor? Lunch, Jake said simply, taking a large bite of his double bacon cheeseburger. The cooked meat's aroma spread through the ventilation system. Medium rare beef patty, that's cow meat. 2 strips of pig belly, fried crispy. Aged cow's milk cheese. All between bread made from wheat seeds we ground into powder. The classroom erupted into chaos. Several herbivorous species recoiled in horror. A Delphinian student fainted. 3 others fled the room entirely. Jake continued, unbothered. We also ate the animals that tried to eat us. Alligators, sharks, bears, apex predators on our world. We turned them into boots, belts, and soup. He took another bite. We didn't evolve to hunt like you think of hunting, Professor. We evolved to outlast everything. Teclon's crystalline structure had turned an alarming shade of gray. But your teeth are designed to eat everything, Jake interrupted. Plants, meat, whatever kept us alive. We're omnivores. Those flat molars you mentioned? Right next to them are canines for tearing flesh. Not big ones, we didn't need big ones. We invented knives instead. He pulled out a small camping knife from his pocket, and half the class scrambled backward. Relax, Jake said, using it to cut his burger in half. See, Professor, you made one critical error in your analysis. You assumed that predators need to be born with weapons. Humans weren't. So we made them. Better ones. Sharper ones. Ones that could kill from a mile away. Jake took another bite, maintaining eye contact with Teclon. We didn't climb to the top of Earth's food chain because we were the strongest or the fastest. We got there because we were the most persistent, the most adaptable, and hungry enough to eat anything that couldn't eat us first. The professor stood speechless as Jake finished his lunch. Any questions? Jake asked. Nobody dared raise a hand.